everybody, my name's Erica. Welcome back to the channel. I am here for a post review of this kit, which is Witch Bedroom by MrsButterD and Diamond Art Club. And then once I'm done with this review, which will be fairly quick, I will do a quick tour of a part of my home. If you've been here before, you know that my home is for sale right now, and I asked probably about a month ago whether anybody was interested in seeing just some of the general areas of the home, and you all were. So we'll do that quickly afterwards. My husband did the filming on that, so we'll see how it turns out. I haven't looked at it yet. It looked like to me when he was filming it, when we were doing it, that he was like focusing in on a lot of stuff in the house, like it was to try to sell a house video. I'm like, it doesn't really need to be that detailed. So apologies if the videography is crazy on that part of it, but I did want to at least do what I said I would do with regard to that, considering there was at least a few people that said they were interested. All right, so let's talk about this Witch Bedroom kit. It has 60 colors. It's a square drill canvas, and it is 17 inches by 24 inches, or 42.9 centimeters by 60.7 centimeters. There are 41,968 diamonds in it, and there were 3 ABs. I started this kit on June 2nd, 2025, and I finished it on June 17th, 2025. It is my 10th finish of 2025 and my 15th finish of all time. And I actually worked on this kit in conjunction at the same time as the other kit that I'm working on for Summer's 100,000 Drills of Summer from Summer Sparkling Good Time, which is a really big kit that I'm doing all the enhancements on by Chuck Pinson. So this was a good way for me to break up that process. I'm about a third done with that kit right now. This is the first time I've ever worked on more than one kit at a time, and I think I'm gonna pick out another smaller kit and keep doing that. I'll probably be able to get one more finish before the end of June to be able to include in my second quarter in review that way. And I'm already to 10 diamond painting finishes this year, which is, I believe, my goal. I'll have to go back and do an update on my goals video on how I'm doing, but I think my goal for the year was 15. So if that's correct and I'm remembering that right, then I'm doing pretty well. I picked this kit up probably around the beginning of the year with a few other kits that I wanted to try to push me out of my comfort zone with diamond painting, because I am not really into witches. I'm not into fairies, any sort of fantasy like that. It's really not my jam. But since I don't hang these up, I decided I should try a MrsButterD, because so many people, MrsButterD rather, because so many people you know, buy her kits, they sell out so quickly, and I was like, you know, there's a lot of things going on, so it might be fun to diamond paint. Let me not limit myself. And I am really glad that I did. This was an extremely satisfying and fun diamond painting to work on. I did it very fast. Right now I am not working, so I have a lot of time. And even though it took me a little over 2 weeks to complete this kit, I think I probably spent 6 or 7 days total working on it, because I was working on the other kit. When I worked on this kit, I started at the bottom. Well, I always start on the right, and I did a row every day that I worked on it, I believe. Maybe there was one day that I only did part of a row, but most of the days I did an entire row. So that would take me about 5 hours. That was quite a bit of diamond painting, but it was very satisfying. I particularly enjoyed this area down here, which are the leaves of this plant. I liked there's some ABs in here that I thought made it pop, but I just liked this outlining portion. And then I also really liked this part up here, this shelf with the blue. Most of this canvas, as you can see, is hues of pink. And I love painting, I love diamond paintings with a bunch of pink, so I like that. But I like that blue because it stood out. And then I just generally like this diamond painting because there were so many things going on in it. I mean, generally speaking, when you get to the top of a diamond painting, or maybe at the bottom, one or the other, there's usually quite a bit of like kind of blank space, kind of like this might be with some gradient. But look at this, all the way up to the top, there's things going on. And you know, the windows, how cute is that with the heart in it? I mean, she easily could have just left the windows with blue and gradients of blue in there, but she gave, you know, the heart, some kind of orangish clouds, and then I don't even know really what this part is right here, but it was just nice because it wasn't boring. Like, that's the thing. These diamond paintings we do for enjoyment, right? I don't want to be bored when I'm doing them, so I think this one really fit the bill on that. The drills, I didn't run out of any. They all fit nicely together. I showed you when I did, maybe a week ago when I did the whip parade, like how well these fit together. And they really did. Now, and I was like, I mean, at the top, I was really rushing. I was ready to get this one done. I had time. I didn't need to finish this one today in order to film and get my video uploaded, but I get to the point towards the end of a diamond painting, I'm guessing a lot of you probably do too, where I'm just like, okay, I want to push to the end, I want to be done with this one. And I did that with this one, and I mean, down here I'd been doing the checkerboard method, I've been being so meticulous. By the time I got to about up here, I was over it. I was 9 placing everything, and I think it turned out well. I can't actually, I'm surprised, but I can't actually tell. It doesn't actually look sloppy, which is crazy. The other thing that I noticed about the drills in this kit is there seemed to be two different heights of drills. There were some drills that were really high, and they were my favorite. They just plopped and clicked right into place. And it's not that I didn't like the other ones. And as I'm saying that, it's not like I feel a difference in when I run my hand over the canvas in drills or anything, but it just seemed to me when I was looking at the drills that they tended to be a little taller. So I don't know, have you all run into that, or am I just crazy? I'm waiting on 2 responses to 2 counter offers that we sent out for our home. So I'm somewhat sidetracked and maybe somewhat crazed with frustration, which, you know, if you've ever sold a house, it's one of my least favorite things to do in the world. I would rather buy 4 different houses and go through the process on that end than sell one. But I digress. Let's see. So I think, generally speaking, I would say my favorite color in this particular kit was the small N, which was $8.91. Let me see. I'll show it to you because I haven't done anything with the drills yet. I just finished this probably within the last hour. Where are you? Where are you? Here you are. It was just like this orange coral color, and it was sparingly used, but I thought it looked really nice. It was actually used in this. I don't know what this symbol is on her shirt. It makes me a little nervous as to what it is, but whatever that is, that's the color. That was my favorite color in this one. Even though there were only 3 ABs in this kit, there were a lot of them. I mean, we're talking I think more than 1 bag of some of them. Don't quote me on that, but it was a significant amount. You can tell. I mean, there was a ton of ABs in the center, like with this potion. The smoke of this potion has a bunch of ABs. Candle has ABs. Portion of her witch's hat has ABs. Again, all of the leaves have ABs. There are ABs in these lights. They are everywhere, and you can really see that come through, I think, in the sparkle, and as I'm moving this, the shine of this canvas. So I enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay, now we're gonna go to the second part of the video where you can see the house. And since I'm sure I did not do an outro in that, until next time, happy diamond painting. Hi everybody, this is the footage of our house that I promised, I don't know, within the last month. And a couple of you said you were interested in seeing the house before we moved. You'll probably recognize this room. This is where I generally do most of my diamond painting, at this dining table. Most of my videos are filmed here as well. And this room, as you pan over, goes to our living room, which is also where you've seen some filming done when I've done some videos with like monthly or quarterly, I should say, planning videos. So it backs right up to our kitchen, and a lot of times my husband's watching TV in here and I'm diamond painting at the table right there. We've actually packed up some of our furniture, and we have a different table down here, if you've noticed a change from other videos. But this is kind of what this room looks like. It's generally where we watch TV, and a lot of times my husband will be watching TV and I'll be diamond painting over there. Real quick, I'll show you outside. This is a pool that we put in 2019-2020. Come on out, I'll shut the door. And it's the first pool that we've ever had. So we didn't know it really, we didn't know that we were putting in a pretty large pool, but it's an 8 feet deep pool. It's kind of a California type pool, I'm told, because I didn't want a bunch of concrete everywhere. But my favorite part about the pool are the fountains. We are trying to soak up use of the pool as much as we can for probably the last few weeks we have in this house before we move. So let's go back inside. And this is our kitchen, which you've seen in the background when I've shot videos where I'm planning like upcoming kits for monthly plannings. And then over behind, we don't really need to paint over there, but on the other side of the wall where the TV is, we've got 2 guest bathrooms and a full bathroom, which we'll just skip those. They're not super exciting. There's an upstairs, which is where I used to have my office set up, which is now all taken down because I'm not working. Come on. This is the primary bedroom. It's Texas. Houses are big. This bedroom is bigger than we need. It's bigger than we would have probably planned it ourselves, but what happens in Texas is that houses are big and people want big houses. Actually, our house is over 3,000 square feet, and most of the feedback that we've gotten about our house as we're trying to sell it is that it's too small. We have a bathroom this way attached to our bedroom. I like that it's got separate vanities. You can disregard the ridiculous staging in here. You're going to be in the reflection. And the one thing that I really like about this house that I want to do on our house in Montana is, I mean, you don't have to show every detail. They're not buying the house. It's just for fun. One thing about this house that I really do like, which I want to make sure we have in our house in Montana, is a connected bathroom, closet, laundry room. So this is our closet. It's ridiculously ginormous. We use very little of it. So yeah. And then, like I said, an attached laundry room is super nice to have. If our house wasn't listed for sale right now, I would probably have a couple piles of laundry. So that's really it. There's no point in showing you our other bathrooms and our upstairs or guest rooms, but I wanted to just give you a quick peek at this house because we're not going to be here much longer, and I know that I always am curious as to kind of where people live when I've watched them for a while on YouTube, so I wanted to give you all that insight. And then when we get up to Montana in a rental, I'll show you that too. Thanks, guys.
Thank the cameraman too.
You're welcome. Thank you, cameraman.